we have been talking about doing this for, I really don't know how long has it been?
At least a year.
Yeah, about a year now. We went through the names. We were talking about it was going to be called
Between the Sheets.
Yeah, In Between the Sheets. We were gonna we had this whole vision of laying in the bed, doing a little video vlog / podcast or whatever, and then and I guess this is a good time to explain why we named it Enamored. So there was a time period where my wife and I, we had just started talking. We were probably about 8 to 10, 11 months in, and instead of saying I fall in love or I love you, I said I started looking up looking in how you pronounce it thesaurus. Okay. I started looking in there, and we were trying to find a synonym for like love, or something similar around it, and we came across the word enamored, and I was basically saying, well, that's quite how I feel. I am enamored with you.
Yep.
So it kind of stuck, man. We had cut out some block letters, and one of the house we were renting, we had cut it out, and we had that over in the kitchen, and yeah, man.
Enamored has been us.
And so enamored is what we're calling the show.
Yeah.
And of course, like if you listen to the intro, we're going to be talking about a various bit of topics. I'm not going to go over that again, but yeah, we're going to be talking about different topics, and just kind of free fall, have fun with it,
Right.
Stuff that appeals to us.
Right.
And
we have conversations all the time. Like
all the time.
We'll be on the phone all day just talking about different things. So
yeah. And we decided that we were going to why not make a podcast?
Than to make a podcast out of it.
And I'm sure these and the big thing for me was I shared with her, I told her, I said, well, these conversations happen. These conversations happen all over America every day between husband and wife.
Right.
Or partner, whatever. But these conversations happen all the time, and I'm talking about intense conversations, man,
right.
that are worthy of being recorded.
Right.
And and that's something I want to do. I want to interview other couples. I want to interview people with different jobs that you don't really think about
right
on a daily. It's not something that that you say, hey, I want to grow up to be this, that, and the third, right?
Absolutely.
It just kind of happens as you go through life. You come across these jobs. So yeah, I want to interview so many people, man, and hopefully we'll get some interviews in. We'll meet people, and we'll be able to get some in. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm just glad to be here.
Definitely, and we'll probably be touching on, I'm sure you've already seen a lot of different subjects, but just things that pertain to our marriage. So we've dealt with blended families and starting businesses.
Yeah.
So we want to get with
I got like 20 side hustles.
Right, definitely.
Hey man, I'll be making a little bit of pocket change too. So yeah, we'll share that.
So we'll discuss a lot of topics. I think I've turned into a Jamaican, and I have 20 different jobs right now. So
wow.
And now I can add podcaster to the list. So we'll get to touch on things like that, and bring in people that we can talk to that are like-minded, and even those that aren't like-minded, and give you a little debate. So because that's what someone who will remain
for
nameless
sure.
at
For
the
sure.
moment.
I love it, man. I love it, man.
Love's a great debate.
That's the love's a great debate. That's cool. We should make a segment called "Love's a Great Debate." That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that would be great. And I'm gonna let you take over that. Have somebody else debate with you, so I can stop being the one.
Yeah. For sure. So man, but man, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it, man. And anyway, episode 1. Episode 1. I hope you guys like this first one. We're gonna play a clip. We're gonna go ahead and play this clip of this particular. Let's just play it and let's just get into it.
Yep, dive right into it.
Definitely about to love this. So, you can take it off. Take it off. I told you. See, didn't I tell you? I told you. It's nice. That's what I'm saying. It's nice. I tell you, everything that we saved up. I mean, I had most of the money in there. I know you put a little in there, but I saved all the money and then I put it and bought a house. You said you didn't want to be in an apartment no more, so I was like, we engaged now, so it's like, okay, so, this is the next thing.
I hear that, baby. So you spent both of our money on this?
But you had a little money in there, but I'm saying majority of it was mine. But we got no. I mean,
okay. That's the point of saving, baby. This house got oil stains on it.
Okay, so and I mean, what that mean?
We got like 3 cars in 1 garage. I'm just saying.
No, but
because we were saving.
So I know, but
that exclusive and.
But what I'm trying to tell you though is that I did something special for you, and then you find everything that's wrong with it.
I'm not finding everything.
That's just like you. That's just like you. That's typical.
I was looking at something the other day that, was better than this. I was just saying. I thought we could have communicated. We both gonna be living.
But how I wanted to surprise you, and I try to surprise you, and then I bring you in. You point out. But this all I'm saying. You're...
Okay. So this video. Oh man. This video.
So the caption on this video is she an ungrateful broad? So it's a video that Trick Daddy posted on Facebook, I believe. And it's a clip of a fiance surprising his soon-to-be wife with a house. A little bit of the backstory, or what we know based off of the video, is saying that they both invested, or they were saving money to purchase a house, and he decided to go ahead and purchase a house that he saw, and he apparently liked. And her reaction was less than pleased, so to say.
Okay. Let me jump in for a second. A lot of the comments, man, people were saying, "Oh man, she's ungrateful." Did you read them?
I did read some.
Okay. A lot of people were going in on her because they were saying things like she's ungrateful. And anyway, I think this is not like buying a cell phone. I didn't go out there and buy you a PlayStation or
or even a car.
A car for that matter, right? I took money that you put in the pot with me, and I went out there and bought an entire house, which could potentially be an investment, or it could be their goal was to just buy a house and live in it. Who knows? But either way it goes, I took your money without consulting you and bought a house. And
based off of the video, it seems as if they were supposed to be living in this house. He made a statement that you no longer wanted to be in an apartment.
Right.
So I got you a house.
Yeah.
He did later on in the video say something about them investing and like flipping the house. However, it seems as if the intent of this house was for them to live in it.
At least in the short term, right?
Right.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy how this guy... Okay. Okay, so it is so crazy how this guy's so full of himself that he thinks that he can just sit here and talk to her and say, and okay, let me put a disclaimer out there. I actually think that this girl, this young lady is pretty silly. I think she is, but in this particular argument, I think that she's correct. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you guys go to Trick Daddy, I think he posted it on a few weeks ago on the 10th, August 10th, I believe it is. If you go to his Facebook page, scroll down, August 10th, you'll see it. I believe she's very silly, and you'll see it towards the end because she starts saying things like, "Man, I got my nails, I got 2 missing nails, and you go buy a whole house." That's just nonsense, right? Okay, but in this particular instance, the guy went out there and bought a house. So, and let's take the conversation beyond, buying a house, right? Just general, and I think she mentioned it. Just general conversation. You're in a relationship,
Right.
just having general conversation. And again, I want to put emphasis on the fact that this is a house. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
One of the most major purchases you'll ever make in your lifetime, right?
Right.
You just can't do that, man. I mean, I can't go out there and spend. And I know in our relationship, we said this years ago. I don't even know if you remember, but I think we put a limit at like I think it was like $500. You remember at one time we were saying anything over that, it needs to be discussed.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a computer, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. Anything if it costs over $500, it need to be discussed, right?
Especially if it involves the funds from both of us.
Correct.
You got your own money and you choose to do what you want to, that's fine and dandy. But when this is something that you and I have put money into, it seems as if their intent was to invest anyway and to get a house anyway. But for you just to take it upon yourself and just go get it yourself with all the disregard of what I have to say about it, it is kind of ridiculous. Because like she said, they have 3 cars.
Right.
You have a 1-car garage.
And you got a 1-car garage.
Like, this is not going to work for us.
Where were you? And don't get me wrong. I'm sure that if they wanted to make it work, they could make it work. But she said that, right?
Right. She did mention that in the clip, that she'll make it work. It's not
she
what
said,
she
okay,
wants,
babe, we don't need to argue. We
work.
get married. We'll make it work.
Absolutely.
They obviously had this whole back and forth thing that they were doing for a while, because I think we didn't include that in the clip, but in the ride prior to them get to the house, he said, I know we've been having our ups and downs, and that's any relationship, right? And we'll probably have discussions about that and further along as we progress in the podcast. But hey, man, I'm on her side. I'm on her side in this instance.
I am too. I don't think any major purchase like that should go without the consent of your partner. Right. Just out of respect, and 2, out of everyone has different wants and needs, especially in a house. So it seems as if she knew more about what they needed in a house, and maybe he didn't. I don't know if he just wanted to. I think the thought was great, but no, it's not the way to do it, especially if it's both of your funds.
Correct.
So,
with that being said, how do we feel about what can be what's safe? What's safe, right? So in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. What is it safe to feel like you can do? Now I know we put $500 limit, but are there certain things that a person, and when you're in a relationship, that you just don't do that without talking to your significant other, because I know there's other various relationships, but your significant other, right?
I don't know what's really safe. I think
or what's not safe,
right? I think anything that impacts financially impacts your relationship, whereas. Let me use this for example. Now, I know we'll probably dive into this. We'll dive into this a little more later on. However, there was a time that you purchased a motorcycle. The original intent of your purchase for the motorcycle was for it to come out of your personal money, right?
Okay.
But however, it ended up being paid for. Yes, part of it was out of your personal money. However, our joint money ended up being paid for or contributing.
Right?
Yeah, right. Contributing to the purchase of that motorcycle as well, right? So,
well, okay. Hey, you know what? For the sake of transparency, no. This is a growing moment, right?
Right.
I love being transparent, man, because it allows for growth. Mm-hmm. In hindsight, very poor decision, right? Mm-hmm. Could I afford it? Yes. Mm-hmm. No, I take that back. I don't even know if I could afford it at that time. And this, could I pay the bill? We could pay the bill. Could I pay the bill by myself?
Right.
Absolutely not. And then secondly, man, I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. I just found out that the word of God tells us not to be co-signers for others. And I asked my brother to co-sign for me. And don't get me wrong, I never missed a payment or anything. But that put a lot of strain on our relationship at one time, because he was wanting to make another purchase of his own, right? So,
right.
And I don't want, I'm not trying to put his business out there, but still, it did put a strain. So if you're not in a position where you're able to get something on your own, it taught me, maybe it's not the time for you to have that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And this, we can get into this finance, and we're growing, financially, we're learning literacy. It's not something in the Black community that we really teach, and we're trying to change that with our kids. And I know we done went all the way from, but it's in the same vein, in a sense, right?
Absolutely.
But we're trying to learn ourselves, grow. We try to speak with people who are doing better, who didn't do better, learn from them as well.
Right.
But back on the bike, granted, I screwed up with that. I got out of it, and I was able to get into a vehicle that we use that's actually become a part of our income now.
Right.
We use this vehicle as part of our income. And it's been fairly decent. It goes up and down like a roller coaster, but for the most part, it's been consistently being able to service its own debt, so to speak. Right. So we're not really concerned about it. It's been doing its thing. However, it was a lesson learned,
Absolutely. So I guess that would be one of the things that I would say is kind of unsafe.
A major vehicle purchase?
A major vehicle purchase. When it impacts...
She's really going to hate me when I buy this boat.
Oh.
Yeah, the boat's coming.
Yeah, the boat can come when the time is right.
Right. For sure.
But yeah, I'm not sure. What do you have? What do you think is something that's kind of unsafe?
An unsafe area. Let's see, man. Y'all forgive me, man. I'll probably edit this to not have a big pause in between it. Right. Let's see. The unsafe area. I think that was a good one. Buying a vehicle, because that's major money. But let's think about something that's not necessarily a big expense, but it still can impact you negatively or positively. But you get what I'm saying? What could that be? Let's say this. What about just certain investments, right? Whether they small or large, I can go put my name on. We always talk about vehicles, but I can go put my name on a lease a computer.
You brought up something the other day that you were having a conversation with someone about.
The vending machine?
The celebrity that went and purchased something, and the wife was upset, even though they had a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great one, right? So, my aunt, I'm not gonna put her name out there because I don't know if she won't. But anyway, I have an aunt, right? She's an educator, but not the most educated. No, I'm playing. Anyway, she was like, so the particular thing that we're talking about is Ryan Reynolds and his wife. I'm not quite sure what her name is, but I believe she's a celebrity as well, or she's a big investor, something or another. So anyway, Ryan Reynolds goes and somewhere in some country in Europe, I believe, or Spain, he buys a soccer team. And keep in mind, soccer is still the number one sport in the world, right? I know we're in America. Most of the people listening are in America. But soccer is the number one sport in the world. This guy goes and buys a soccer team, a whole club, for only $3 million. Okay, I wish I had $3 million, but only $3 million, right?
Right.
Now, my aunt was saying, what's she tripping about? They worth nearly $200 million together. Mm-hmm. What's she tripping about? She's saying, oh man, she's mad about him spending $3 million. She ain't even worth but $20 million. He's worth all this other. I'm thinking to myself, hey, you know what though? I'm gonna side with her once again.
Right.
I'm gonna have to side with her. To them, that's a drop in the bucket. Right. $3 million versus 200, nearly $200 million is what, roughly just a little over 2%? Mm-hmm. Am I right? Anyway, that's a drop in the bucket for them, right? With the potential, it can potentially come back and be great for them. However, she wasn't having that. He was in the doghouse and he admitted it. Hey man, I'm in the doghouse right now.
As he should be.
As he should be, because they're already invested in what is that, Mint Mobile?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He owns Mint Mobile. $15 a month, by the way. Ryan Reynolds, if you listening, yo, I wouldn't mind. I would definitely switch over. Hey, $15 a month, man, sounds awesome. And I think they use like they. I don't want to speak out of my behind, but I believe they use the different towers. You know, like so like a service from Verizon. Okay. I think is one of their main contributors or whatever. So I'm pretty sure it's decent, right?
Right. Well, Verizon service, but we're not going to speak on that today. So,
yeah. But yeah, man. But I was trying to find something that was not necessarily major, but
and money related. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I think that's going to be it on this particular segment,
well,
man.
Can definitely chime in and let us know what are some things that you feel are kind of unsafe, or just, I don't know if unsafe is the correct word. Is that the term you use? Unsafe. I
don't know, man.
We'll probably have to play this back and see what that word was. But yeah, you all chime in and let us know your thoughts on it. What are some things that are basically like a no-no within a relationship or a marriage?
Yeah. What? Yeah, that's great, man. Let's do that. Let's just hit us up. I believe it's official enamored@gmail.com. Hit us up with your questions, thoughts, concerns. We're gonna have this segment where hopefully starting episode 2 or 3. You know, maybe it might take us episode 20 or 30 before people start really coming in, but we'll start at the beginning. You know, having a recap session of what we talked about on the previous episodes, and that's where we will answer questions and hopefully have some guests and stuff like that.